Maltiox. We begin by saying, Maltiox. Thank you, Supreme Being. Maltiox. 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 Sakor. Maltiox. Pitor. Maltiox. Kahibaladen. Maltiox. Ashkaurgia Maltiox. Ugushkahu. Ulew Maltiox. Maltiox Nishaha Maltiox. Shchel Maltiox. Chat Maltiox. Kan Maltiox. In today's episode, we talk about God and the influences that God will have upon us in this new Trecena. So, Maltiox, Maya Maltiox, Shilambala Maltiox, Bobu Maltiox, Nawalis Maltiox, Jumir Maltiox, Tzolkin Maltiox, Yucatan Maltiox, Mexico Maltiox, Mexica Maltiox, Maltiox, Guatemala Maltiox, Salvador Maltiox, all Central America, as they call it, Turtle Island, Sri Lanka, Semanawa. So we give our thanks. We give thanks to the last Trecena. And what I want to talk about today is I want to talk about the sequence that we have been through beginning this year. So beginning in 2022, Maltiox. Aqj'ij Tepeyolotli E'ehecatl. Maltiox. So we begin this new Trecena with the symbol Kat. Kat, as we know from the past episodes, represents the net. That the fishermen use to fish, and it also represents any other net-like things that are not good for you, that are causing issues, that you must break yourself free from. So we give thanks, Maltiox, for Kat, the Nawal Kat. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. Thank you very much. That, as far as the sequence goes, last Trecena was Bats, so we were in this new beginning, new cycle, going into this Trecena of Kat. So after taking the necessary steps in the Trecena of E, and with the Trecena of Tihash, breaking old entanglements, breaking old molds, old ways, old chains, and then creating, opening up doors to new experiences, a new kind of situation, a new way. So, and then we have the Trecena of Gan. Gan would be the snake, serpent-like, serpent qualities. Goat, Quetzalcoatl. So that's the sequence that we have gone through. It's been a complete transformation to be able to get to this point, to where now we have started a new beginning with energy and with a lot of force and physical in the physical world, and now we are able to cast our net to be able to attract and bring in all the good things that we are worthy of. Earth is abundant, so we must cast out the net to pull in, basically go fishing. This is the time to go fishing, so the next 13 days focus on going fishing. Fish represents money, fish represents food, fortune. So don't go hungry. This is the time right now to go out fishing, all right? Hit the oceans of opportunity. So now we'll talk about the actual Trecena and the actual cross. For the day, beginning of this Trecena, this 13-day period, who got in what I like to call the east side, which represents the physical world. In the east, we have Tzi, which represents the authority, justice, divine justice, the law. It also represents fidelity. And, symbol represents the tail of a dog. So we have that, the physical world. We have the authority and justice helping us in the physical world today. In the north, we have Aqj'ij. So today's day begins with Aqj'ij, or began, depending on where you are, with Aqj'ij. And that was what brought us into the day. Like Venus brings in the sun in the morning every day. The hieroglyph on the north of the cross. So there's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One in the middle, and that's like the heart. The other part's the head, and then there's the legs. 2 arms spread out, one to the east, one to the west. Anyway, that's how I see it. So on the east, it's Tzi. On the north is Aqj'ij. On the west is Dihash, and on the south is So the west is represented by Dihash, which gives you the power of basically the knife, the sword, the scalpel, to be able to cut through whatever has you entangled, and that's what's helping us in the west. In the south, we are assisted by the Ahau or the Nawal. Both names can be used. It could be considered a supreme being, and it could be considered an actual guide or a god, basically. And in the south, we have the moving forward, the necessary steps, the divine sacred road. So Maltiox to Saq'be, sacred road, Maltiox of the Milky Way galaxy, Maltiox. The day altogether, we bring it all together, and combine all the signs of the day from the different clocks, from the different calendars. and we can draw and read from that what the energy is going to be like, and what things are going to be prosperous for you, what things are not. So it's Mayan astronomy, Mayan astrology, cosmo magical, astrological, cosmic little dasmic, from universal to Jurassic. You have a day that, with the power, with the authority, and you, your own sword. And basically forgiveness and within the illusion, represented by Ahma, to take the necessary steps on a day of God. Day one represents the beginning. First, step one. So 0 would be no steps. 1 would be the first step. First step upon escalating on the pyramid. The 13 step pyramid. 7th step, because you get other steps coming down. So maybe like 7.5 steps. 6.5 steps. Okay. That would equal Trecena. So take necessary steps. What to take to be on the right path. Today you have to, it's a must. Forgivingly use your authority. Sharply to take the necessary steps forward. All in one sentence. So we have the first day. Today's the first day. Throw out the net, start fishing, bring in all the good things that feed your ability to be authoritative, to be the authority, justly, be the authority. All right, so now I want to talk about, to conclude all of this, we have gotten to the point where we are letting go a lot of the bad stuff, and a lot of the chains and control, and those kind of systems are being really crippled by our own positive action. So it's a great time to really a great time to do anything that you want to see be fruitful for you in 13 years from now. This is the time to throw out the net to bring in those things so that you can be able to be prosperous in your mission. Everyone has a mission, and like I've said before, the way you know your mission is by three different ways to identify your mission. One way is to observe what your qualities are, what your skills are. That tells you right there what your mission is. And you have what you like doing, what you naturally do. Those things are part of your mission as well. That determines what and defines what is your mission as well. Those are the two techniques that you can use to be able to identify what your mission is. The third would be like your calling, what you are called to do, what you are called what you feel inside that you must complete. That might be your, right? That might be one of your strongest missions right there. Mission identifier is what calls to you. This right now is calling to you. And assisting you and assisting anyone else in understanding this this system and this science, the Mayan science, mathematics, if you want to call it, is it's quite a challenge, and it's rewarding in assisting other people to get to even the level that I'm in. So let's get to work in sending out the net, be connecting to your network as well, connecting to those that are going to assist you in becoming the best person you can be, the highest level, and to complete your mission. So, Aqj'ij, that's the spiritual guide. Give thanks to our spiritual guides. Maltiox in this space and time. Maltiox. We give thanks. Maltiox God. For the next 7 days, as we are going up the pyramid, we're going to have day 1 will be, of course, it's got day 2. Kan. So day 2 will be about day 2. So we have, as the clock moves, we have a new day every day, right? And the clock is moving, and at the same time, the other ones are moving as well. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clocks moving at the same time. The 5th, or the first clock, which is the middle, center, that's what identifies the entire day. All the other days, all the other glyphs, or the other clocks represent the assistants, the special guides that are going to be assisting, the powers, energies that are going to be assisting you, or are going to be strong in the influence of that day. So they're all very important to know and to be able to identify. So that's one of the challenges is you have to know your month, know the 20-day month, know the Trecenas, know every day, so you'll be able to identify what it means, what that means, and then you put the glyph together, all the glyphs together in the cross, and then you're able to identify what the energy will be like for the day, according to the 5 clocks within the cross. And all those clocks move forward. They take positive steps forward. And where we are right now is Ka. Tomorrow we will be in Kan. Physical force, the serpent. Then we'll be, following day will be, day 3 will be in Kemer, which represents the ancestors, the dead, the deep sleep, the transformation. After that, we have Aqj'ij, or Manik, which represents the earth, the deer, the mountains, the forest. That is represented by the 4 corners. It also represents the 4 corners of the earth. So that day we're going to be influenced, and so you grab that day, Aqj'ij, and then you combine that energy with the energy of the Trecena. So Trecena is Ka. You combine Ka with Aqj'ij, and it's going to be a day where you cast out your net for things of the earth, to be with you, be close to you, or to bring into your arsenal, if you will. Then the next day would be day Kanil, which represents Kanil represents the seed, 4 seeds at 4 corners of the earth, and that would be Kanil. You combine that with the Trecena, so the seeds, and the Trecena is God. So basically, planting seeds, or bringing in with the net those seeds that you have planted, the fruit that has come from the seeds that you have planted. That's what you do there. That's how you combine it to be able to identify what that day means and what special strength of the 13-day period is for that day, that glyph. For that we have after Kanil, we have Toch, which is the sun, fire. You combine that with Kat, and it represents basically, it represents the fire, but it also represents the sun and the sacrifice and worship and the giving Maltiox to the sun and offerings to the sun. That's what Toch represents. And then after Toch, it is Tzi, which is the justice, divine justice, the authority, the law. Combine that with God, and it represents boom, setting up the net, bringing in everything good from the authority, from the divine, from justice. Those things will come into your life, bring them in. And you can also cut away from negative things in that days, or the aspect of that day, or the nawal of that day. So it's either positive or negative effects. So you can cut away the negative effects, the nets that have those things entangled and being stagnant or not coming into your life, because they are caught in a net, so they can't get to you. So you have to cut those nets. Use your tihash today to cut those nets, to be able to have those things come into your life. What things? Well, day 1 represents God, day 2 represents Gan, the physical, the strength, bringing all of those things in, so you free those things from whatever stagnation or whatever net you're stuck in, trap, and they will flow to you. Those positive things will flow to you. Prosperity is stuck somewhere in a net. Cut that net and you bring it in, and you can do that by simply following these days and giving thanks and giving offerings to these days. You can go out to a park and set an offering of freaking fig bar. Cut it into 4 or 5 pieces. Set it down and give thanks to a small ritual. It's that easy. Give thanks for the day, Maltiox. For this day, Maltiox. For the sun, Maltiox for the moon, whatever you want to thank. Give Maltiox, set your offering, and you establish a great connection with all that is. So, day 1, Kat. Day 2, Kan. Day 3, Kemen. Day 4, Aqj'ij. Day 5, Kanil. Day 6, Toch. Day 7, Tzi. In this Trecena. So those are the first 7 days of this Trecena. After that, the calendar, the 20-day calendar month, the 20-day month begins. So you go to the first glyph number 1, which represents Bats, which is Bats. So Bats is would be day 8. Day 9 would be day 2 in the calendar, so day 9 would be Aqj'ij Day 10, Aqj'ij. Day 11, iChief. Day 12, Tzolkin. Day 13, so the last day of the Trecena of Aqj'ij will be Aqj'ij, which is the sunrise sign of the north in today's reading. We have Aqj'ij. Well, we will end the Trecena in Aqj'ij, and then after that, the next Trecena will begin in No. So it'll be all about the mind, the consciousness after this Trecena. And that's where we're going. So the sequences confirm. The sequence is an affirmation of how on time we are in our evolution, even though it may not seem so, because you're struggling or whatever, or you're still creating that masterpiece in your life. Maybe you lost touch of what that masterpiece is, you lost touch of what the goals are. It's still in continuum, so it never stops. It's still in continuum. Even if your physical body dies, your spirit's still in continuum. We are spiritual beings experiencing this physical experience. So once this physical experience is done, your spiritual experience continues. It never stops. And depending on your beliefs, you either reincarnate or you just stay as a spirit for as long as there is. So My Maltiox, Aqj'ij Tepeyolotli E'ehecatl, also known as iChief. Your Aqj'ij, spiritual guide, in this Maltiox thing. All the great things in life to get caught in mind, to entangle themselves with me. All the great things in life, all the great things in this reality, all the prosperity and love and abundance and unity, family unity, community unity, and completion of my goals and accomplishments. great people in my life, everything that's going to feed my spirit. I ask, my wives ask, your house, for all the great things this reality that's come my way. Thank you. Maltiox. We won. Aqj'ij Tepeyolotli